My name is Amanda. I'm 26 years old, and today I'm going to tell you a story about entitlement, destruction, and how I made someone pay for what they did to me. This story is about my cousin Brittany. She's 3 years younger than me, and she's been spoiled her entire life. Everyone in our family knows it. Brittany always gets what she wants. Always. But this time she went too far. I'm a freelance graphic designer. I built my career from the ground up. I worked nights, weekends, holidays. I hustled for every single client. I created portfolios, took on small projects, and slowly built my reputation. And finally, I became financially stable. I had a high end laptop that was my entire life. That laptop held all my projects, all my client data, my entire portfolio. I'd spent almost $3,000 on it. It wasn't just a device, it was my livelihood, my business, my everything. One day, Brittany showed up at my apartment. Her face was red, tears in her eyes. I thought something serious had happened. Amanda, I need your help, she said, her voice shaking. I got worried immediately. What's wrong, Brittany? What happened? She took a deep breath. I need money. $20,000. I blinked. 20,000? For what? I need a car. My old car isn't working anymore, and I need a good one, a nice one. I stared at her. Brittany, $20,000 is a lot of money. I can't just give you that. Her eyes narrowed. Why not? You have money. You're doing well. I'm doing well because I work hard. And yes, I have some savings, but that's for emergencies. I can't give you $20,000 just because you want a fancy car. Her face twisted in anger. So you're not going to help me? I'm your cousin. Brittany, this isn't help. This is a huge amount of money for something that's not even an emergency. If you need a car, find something affordable. Get a loan. But I can't give you $20,000. She stood up, furious. Fine. I knew you were selfish. You only care about yourself. And she stormed out. I thought maybe she'd cool down. Maybe she'd realize her request was unreasonable. But I was so wrong. The next day, I was in my bedroom when I heard a loud crash from the living room. I ran out, and what I saw made my heart stop. Brittany was in my apartment, and my laptop, my expensive, life saving laptop, was on the floor. Screen shattered, body cracked, completely destroyed. Brittany stood there holding a heavy vase, an evil smile on her face. Let's see you work now, she said. I was frozen, speechless. All my projects, all my client data, my entire career, everything was on that laptop. And Brittany had destroyed it just because I wouldn't give her money. She dropped the vase and walked toward the door. Maybe next time you'll think twice before saying no to family. Something inside me snapped. Get out. Get out right now. She laughed. Gladly. And she left. I stood there staring at my destroyed laptop, tears streaming down my face. This wasn't just about the laptop. This was about my work, my clients, my income, everything I'd built. I picked up my phone and called the police. Before I tell you what happened next, hit that subscribe button real quick. Trust me, you'll want to see how this plays out. The police arrived within 20 minutes. I showed them the destroyed laptop, explained what happened, and gave them Brittany's information. They took photos, wrote a report, and told me they'd follow up. But I knew the legal system could take forever, and I needed to act fast. I had clients waiting, projects due. I couldn't just sit around and wait for justice. So I came up with a plan. First, I contacted a data recovery service. They told me there was a chance they could retrieve some of my files. It would cost me, but I had no choice. I needed that data. While they worked on recovering my files, I focused on the second part of my plan, revenge. See, Brittany had always been spoiled, but she'd also always been careless. She loved posting everything on social media, every purchase, every outing, every thought. She had no filter. I started watching her social media, and within days, I found exactly what I needed. Brittany had posted photos of herself at an expensive restaurant, then at a high end shopping mall, then showing off new designer clothes. All of this just days after destroying my laptop. But here's the thing, Brittany didn't have a job. She lived off her parents' money. And I knew for a fact that her parents had recently told her they were cutting her off financially. They wanted her to learn responsibility. So, where was this money coming from? I dug deeper. And then I found it. Brittany had posted a photo of herself with a brand new car, not just any car, a luxury car. And in the caption, she wrote, "Finally got my dream car. Dreams do come true." My blood boiled. She destroyed my livelihood because I wouldn't give her money. And then she went out and bought an expensive car anyway. But how? Where did she get the money? I contacted her parents. Her mom, my Aunt Linda, answered the phone. "Amanda, how are you, sweetie?" I kept my voice calm. "Hey, Aunt Linda, I'm okay. I just wanted to ask you something. Did you and Uncle Mark buy Brittany a new car?" There was silence. "What? No. We told Brittany we weren't giving her any more money. Why?" "Because she just posted photos of herself with a brand new luxury car." Another silence. "That's impossible. We didn't give her anything, and she doesn't have a job." Um, I sent her the social media posts. I heard her gasp on the other end. "Where did she get this money?" Aunt Linda sounded panicked. And that's when I realized Brittany must have taken money from her parents or from someone else. There was no way she could afford that car otherwise. Aunt Linda called me back an hour later. Her voice was shaking. "Amanda, we checked our accounts. Brittany stole money from us. $15,000. We had it saved in an account for emergencies, and she somehow accessed it." I felt a mix of anger and satisfaction. "Aunt Linda, there's something else you need to know. Brittany came to my apartment a few days ago and destroyed my laptop. It was worth $3,000 and it had all my work on it. I filed a police report." Aunt Linda was silent for a long moment. Then she said, "Amanda, I'm so sorry. I had no idea she would do something like this. We're going to handle this, I promise." And handle it, they did. Aunt Linda and Uncle Mark confronted Brittany. She tried to deny everything at first, but the evidence was overwhelming: the stolen money, the destroyed laptop, the police report. Her parents gave her an ultimatum: either she paid me back for the laptop, returned the car, and got help for her behavior, or they would press charges for theft. Brittany was furious. She called me, screaming, "You ruined my life. You told my parents everything. You're such a snake." I stayed calm. "I didn't ruin your life, Brittany. You did. You destroyed my property because I wouldn't give you money. And then you stole from your own parents. You did this to yourself." She hung up on me. A week later, Brittany returned the car. Her parents made her get a part time job to start paying me back for the laptop, and the police report stayed on file, meaning if she ever did something like this again, she'd face serious consequences. As for me, the data recovery service managed to retrieve most of my files. I lost some projects, but I was able to recover enough to keep my business running. I bought a new laptop, upgraded my security, and made sure to back up everything to the cloud. But the best part, Brittany's reputation was destroyed. Word spread through our family about what she'd done. Suddenly, everyone saw her for who she really was: not the sweet, spoiled girl who just needed a little help, but a manipulative, destructive person who couldn't handle being told no. Family gatherings became awkward for her. People avoided her. Nobody trusted her anymore. And for someone who thrived on attention and admiration, that was the worst punishment of all. A few months later, I received a letter from Brittany. It was handwritten, shaky, and filled with spelling mistakes. "Amanda, I know you hate me, and I don't blame you. What I did was horrible. I was angry and stupid, and I took it out on you. I destroyed something important to you because I was jealous. Jealous that you worked hard and built something for yourself while I just waited for things to be handed to me. I'm sorry. I know that doesn't fix anything, but I needed you to know I'm trying to be better. Um, I'm working now. I'm paying you back and I'm getting help. I hope one day you can forgive me, but I understand if you never do. I read that letter 3 times. Part of me wanted to tear it up. Part of me wanted to stay angry forever. But another part of me felt something unexpected. Not forgiveness, but closure. Brittany finally understood what she'd done. She finally took responsibility, and that was enough for me. I didn't write back. I didn't need to. The payment installments kept coming. Slowly but surely, she was paying me back. Today, I'm doing better than ever. My business is thriving. I have new clients, bigger projects, and a reputation I'm proud of. I I learned to protect myself, to back up my work, and to stand up for myself when people try to take advantage of me. As for Brittany, I hear she's still working, still trying to figure out her life. We don't talk, we're not close, and honestly, I'm okay with that. But another part of me felt something unexpected. Not forgiveness, but closure. Brittany finally understood what she'd done. She finally took responsibility, and that was enough for me. I didn't write back. I didn't need to. The payment installments kept coming. Slowly but surely, she was paying me back. Today, I'm doing better than ever. My business is thriving. I have new clients, bigger projects, and a reputation I'm proud of. I learned to protect myself, to back up my work, and to stand up for myself when people try to take advantage of me. As for Brittany, I hear she's still working, still trying to figure out her life. We don't talk, we're not close. And honestly, I'm okay with that. What she did taught me an important lesson. Not everyone deserves your kindness, not everyone deserves your help. And family doesn't give you the right to destroy someone's life just because you didn't get what you wanted. I took back control. I fought for what was mine, and I made sure Brittany faced the consequences of her actions, and I'd do it all over again if I had to. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, destroys my life and gets away with it.